It was not just a speech in North Carolina that former President Donald Trump gave this weekend. Donald Trump, in his speech, made it clear he's going to be the decider for Republicans in 2022. He will say who is okay to reelect or to vote for and who is not, who is a Republican in name only or someone who has abandoned the party as far as Trump is concerned. But Trump also recorded a Republican fundraising video, and he is once again talking about we're going to take back the White House sooner than you think. Now, I know that in the absence of any other data points, hearing Trump say we're going to take back the White House sooner than you think, it might not have any real meaning. That might not mean anything to us. But when Trump says it, you have to understand the context. Trump is suggesting he will be back in the White House before January of 2025. A normal person who hears a former president say, we will take back the White House, that would mean to you at the next presidential election, November of 2024. But the addition of sooner than you think means exactly what Donald Trump has been telling people, according to both Maggie Haberman from the New York Times and the right-wing National Review, which is he is going to be back in power sooner than when he could be by winning in November of 2024. Here's the clip from this bizarre Trump fundraising video.
I want to thank everybody for the tremendous support you've shown. We're going to take back the Senate, take back the House. We're going to take back the White House. And sooner than you think, it's going to be really something special. But
we're going to take back the White House sooner than you think. Trump is again talking about somehow getting Biden out before his term is up and getting back in before Joe Biden's term is up. Now, I really hope that people understand, even if for any reason Joe Biden did not complete his term, Kamala Harris becomes the president, not Donald Trump. They don't say, well, for some reason Biden is out, let's go back to the last guy or the one before that or the one before that. That's not how it works. It goes to the vice president. So aside from the aspects of this that relate to this being the same type of rhetoric again that eventually led to the January 6th riots, we'll discuss that more probably tomorrow. This is a complete fantasy world understanding or misunderstanding, better said, of how our government works. The video was posted to the YouTube channel of the National Republican Senatorial Committee, the NRSC, the Senate Republican fundraising arm is what that is. And it was posted Friday. It's not exactly clear when it was recorded, but it shows Trump floating similar ideas to what he's reportedly been saying in private, that somehow this guy is going to be reinstated as president. Now, by itself, it might just sound like a weirdly phrased thing to say. But then the New York Times, the Washington Post, the National Review are all reporting that Donald Trump believes this bizarre election audit or audits that are going on are somehow going to put him back in power. At some point, isn't this seditious by Donald Trump? Isn't this all pushing and pointing towards rebellion against the established authority of the United States, the current government? Shouldn't someone go to the NRSC or the North Carolina Republican Party or whoever, where Trump has been saying this stuff, and say, what exactly does sooner than you think mean? Because that's really the question right now. What do you believe, sir, is the soonest possible date at which Donald Trump could again be president? If the answer is anything other than January of 2025, when the next president is inaugurated, then you know you're dealing with a wacky person. And as these new Trump rallies start up again, I would love to see this asked of the attendees, people that are there. What do you think is the soonest that Donald Trump could again be president? And if they say anything other than January of 2025, it will give you a real sense of where the electorate is at this point in time. So a wacky, bizarre, and deranged weekend. And we're going to have more about the implications of this a little bit later on in the program. I will talk about Dr. Fauci's emails. I am going to talk about Joe Manchin. It's a packed show. I'm glad you're here. And you can find me on Twitter for any story requests, commentary, or trolling at dpacman. We'll take a quick break and be right back. One of our sponsors, PureVPN, is giving you 47% off a one-year plan, which comes out to less than $6 a month. PureVPN makes you anonymous online, and you can trust them. They're the only VPN with an always-on third-party audit, verifying that your internet activity is not being logged. PureVPN keeps you safe from hackers, prevents you from being spied on by your ISP, social media companies, government surveillance. It lets you stream shows and movies that aren't available in your country. PureVPN is super fast with over 6,500 servers, and you can use it on all of your devices with 10 devices logged in at the same time. You can try it for a week for just 99 cents, and you'll get 47% off a 1-year plan, which is less than $6 a month when you go to davidpakman.com/VPN. The link is under this video, and you'll even get an additional 10% off when you use the code PAKMAN.